Ever wanted to break out of your cubicle and into a business where you can call the shots? iFix is looking for passionate self-starters interested in a franchise opportunity in the booming electronics repair industry. At iFix, we help reconnect people to the devices that they rely on so that they can get back to what matters most. This is a big responsibility, and from the moment you join our family, our franchisees are provided with the resources and support to bring affordable and convenient electronics repair to your community. Did we mention that with amazing partners like Samsung and Google, iFix franchisees also have access to the highest quality parts and personalized training out there, as well as specialized tools? It's true. And it's also easy to visit ubreakifix.com/franchising and learn more about your big break at your very own iFix.
You don't own me.
Booking a room with 2 beds at a hotel isn't exactly your idea of a romantic getaway. Orbitz gets it. Visit orbitz.com/pride to find hotels that welcome you to travel as you are. Orbitz. Travel as you are.
So just let me be myself to say and do whatever I please.
Hey, yo.
Oh, my God. It's your girl Shanti.
And it's Antoinette.
And you are listening to Around the Way Curls. We are 2 Philly-bred best friends who strive to produce content that is authentic, unapologetic, and exalting of the magic we see in ourselves and in you.
Join us as we oscillate between love and light and money and dicks. Because duality is a thing.
Yizzo! I'm so happy. You did it with me.
I did. Is that the first time I've ever done that?
I think so. Like at the same time.
Wow.
At the same time. It's in tandem at the same time, or in tandem is one right after the other.
After this, one after the other.
I have anxiety. Can you check and make sure you see the volume thing on the Zoom going up and down? That this is recording appropriately. Testing.
Yeah.
You talking yours, you see.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it.
Hello, everyone. Shanti and I are here.
We're together.
Reunited,
and it feels so good.
Took COVID tests. Got to love up on each other. I really need the outline. I can't do this. I'm like, what do I say? Yeah, it's been one, I would like to apologize right away because I have not nourished myself. It's like 10 o'clock at night and we're just recording on a weekday. I still got to go all the way back to Plymouth meeting, so we're going to be eating during this episode. Forgive us, but it is what it is. Shanti did eat. She's just a savage.
I'm eating more.
Why are you doing that?
Because it's delicious food.
Wow. Child. Gluttony. You got updates, sis?
Antoinette has been in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for...
Why the state?
Because you're not technically in Philadelphia, and I don't like people that live in Pennsylvania and live 25 minutes from Philadelphia.
My mom lives
and talk
there.
About I'm from Philadelphia. No, you're not. You're from Conshohocken.
I'm not from Conshohocken. Don't ever say that again.
Well, you're not staying in Philadelphia, respectively. You're staying in Conshohocken.
I'm staying in Plymouth meeting.
Whatever.
Which is a little further than
further.
Conshohocken.
It's Philly. So, but I had the pleasure of going with Antoinette to look for some homes. She's in the process of trying to buy a house. And I'm just really proud of the way that you set yourself up for success.
Really?
Yeah, you spent years, I think...
Slumming.
Not slumming. I never thought you were slumming. You really put a lot of love and attention into the house that you live in now and did the best that you can with it, and now you've really outgrown it. But just in the way that you've been saving and trying to be financially prepared for whatever life has for you, which not a lot of people can say for themselves. So I'm very proud of you, and I do think that when you find the house, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know
I'm
it.
gonna know it. I thought that house in Germantown was the house. So sad.
But baby, driving around with you in Philadelphia and seeing how these white people are gentrifying these areas is
Depressing.
astounding.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, why don't black people do what white people did in the 50s? Like, they would paint nigger on their house. Everybody saw Lovecraft Country. They were putting firebombs on your yard. Like, you knew you weren't welcome there. And black folks just be like, what up, Sarah? What up, Abigail? Welcome to North Philadelphia.
So you want to incite a race war?
I'm not trying to incite a race war, but there's no like protection or ownership over. I mean, mind you, it's the hood, and like the conditions aren't necessarily set for folks to be as proud of their neighborhoods as white folks. But we're also not gonna lie and act like white people don't be getting shit popping. Your grandma's house was stuck at $80,000 for like 25 years, and then Rachel moves in, and that shit's like $285,000. So it is so tricky.
It's complicated. But I will say, I want to push back a little bit on the idea that people don't have pride. Like, there's one house that I'm looking at. I'm hoping that this basement doesn't have a leak because I like it. But like that block, it's in North Philly, aka Brewery Town now. But whatever the fuck that means. But that block, they care about their block. And there's signs on the block. So like you can
the
have
block you went up before did not look cared for.
No, baby. That was not it. That was Dover Street. That was the ghetto.
Some don't look cared for.
What in the
you ain't gonna act like every neighborhood be cared for.
Like
they don't.
But there are a lot of poor people in the world that have a lot of pride in their homes. There's people that have dirt floors and they sweep out in front of their house.
I'm not maybe I'm overgeneralizing, but
I know what you're saying, because then you go into an area and you're like, oh, how many white person, Asian person, it's like, oh, the value's going to go up. And that's something that I'm grappling with.
But there's not even any protective, like,
yeah.
And I think there are, I'm speaking out of place again. I actually know a lot of people,
pushing back against
Christina, one of which is who has like a gentrification coalition in Kensington. So it's, holding folks accountable and being very present to who's moving in and how they are pushing other people out. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But I do think that historically white people are like, you don't belong here, the Johnsons, and black people don't necessarily have those same notion or like organized ways in which they are telling people you're not welcome here, and maybe because black people ain't built to be fucking hating ass people like that.
If you do come here, you need to respect the space.
Well, in Brooklyn, I think some parts in Brooklyn have tried to do that.
It doesn't work.
I don't know. These white people are
because I'm gonna get priced out of Brooklyn soon.
They are fucking
out of Bed-Stuy
viruses. They just come in and take over.
I think it's one last thing. I think it's amazing how comfortable white folks are moving into black neighborhoods.
Well, entitlement is their birthright. What you talking about?
Yeah,
like they feel
because
comfortable
I went
doing
and scoped the house out
do.
Around like 12 o'clock in the morning. It was mad white people just walking alone in the middle of North Philly, and I'm like, yo, like
you're not safe here.
I want to be like, Sarah, go and get inside. Sarah was out with headphones on, chilling because it was warm, just walking around. I'm like, wow. Anyway.
I may be going away for a week.
To prison.
No. No, inshallah, no. But, yeah, I'm going to take a little break. I may be going away. I haven't figured out. I think we may go to...
Who's we?
My artsy boy and I may go to the West Coast.
Oh, shit.
But it hasn't been decided. Jade's there.
Also, I'm gonna send you some money.
Oh, because are edibles? It's legal in LA.
Yeah, girl, in California.
Oh, California, right. I'm not up with the marijuana rules and things.
Marijuana.
I don't be smoking weed like you potheads.
I don't smoke weed. I really don't.
But it's going to be an exciting break, so...
We might not have a podcast next week, but we may if these realtors are available. We'll see.
And I finished the Biggie documentary yesterday, okay? And I don't know why us as a new generation are not invested in finding out who killed Big and who killed Pac. Now, this documentary is the most...
Riveting.
It's not riveting. It's
That's your word.
That's my word. It's so well done. It just shows all of the influences that created Biggie and how beloved he was and how fragile and almost it really shocked me because for me it really I was really interested in seeing like who was Biggie for real. He's a Gemini, number one, because all of the best rappers in history are Geminis. So
Jay-Z is not a Gemini. Watch him out. Continue.
I wouldn't say he's one of the best rappers.
Jay-Z's not one of the best rappers in the world.
Yeah, he is. But okay, he's the one outlier. He's probably one of the only outliers.
Okay.
Anyway,
What's Black Thought? Anyway, we digress.
Black Thought is a Libra.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that nigga be spitting too.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that's not true. Well, a lot of them are. Biggie, Kendrick. Kendrick's the most important to me, so that's why I said that. Anyway, this tender man, I don't know if they showed, or I don't know if I just feel for these black men that didn't have the space to like ache, to like really, really ache. They just had to be hard. They had to be these shells of themselves, whatever a thug nigga is, whatever a street nigga is, whatever a king of New York is. Mm-hmm. And it goes into how Tupac, very lightly, but they go into, and I don't know what Biggie was doing or what happened, but it kind of alludes that Tupac was on one. That Tupac was escalating things and accusing Biggie of doing shit that he ain't never do. And that Biggie was just kind of like side blinded. Like, wait, what? You think I did what?
Side blinded.
Side?
Blindsided.
Blindsided.
After heard it was like, wait. He was side blinded. That's amazing.
I didn't skip a beat either. I'll just be making up words. He wasn't expecting that shit. He was just like, oh, this is going to settle down. Like, this is going to pass. Like, this nigga wildin', like, whatever. Tupac gets killed, then Biggie gets killed. And then Biggie did not kill Tupac. Suge Knight killed Tupac. But then Biggie died because they thought that he killed Tupac. He didn't need to die. And who killed these men?
Puffy.
Puffy?
I think Puffy killed everybody.
No.
Puffy is responsible for our generation and happiness, but also killing them.
Puffy did not kill Tupac. Suge Knight killed Tupac.
I agree. I also don't understand why people say that Puffy killed Big, because Big was like a commodity for him. He was an asset.
He was a cash cow.
I know.
No, but
I take
Puffy
that back.
Wouldn't have killed him. They were... I feel like, and again, that's why I need to go deep. I think we should all be really invested in discovering and uncovering this major
crime
moments in hip hop history.
In history, in American history.
In American history.
Fuck hip-hop, American history.
These two men were 24 years old.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm really invested, and I kind of side with Biggie these days. I'm kind of upset.
You also
with
watched a Biggie documentary,
I
so
don't care.
it's going to put Biggie in the best of light.
I understand, but Tupac feel like he's a little aggy too. Like he was ready, like he was a little irrational.
I can see that.
How you doing?
Did you just belch in the mic?
No, it was internal belch where I keep everything. Everything is inside.
I feel that we may hear that. What I got going on, child? This screen couldn't be more cracked with this.
It's irrelevant.
This Android, and it's about
just
to
hurry
die.
up before it's about to die.
I'm being a true Libra, and I am being indecisive. And I don't usually think I'm indecisive.
I don't think you're being indecisive.
Right? I'm not. Okay, I'm not. But I'm just going back and forth. I am being a little crazy. I keep writing a budget for this house and thinking it's going to change. Like, the more times you add up these numbers, like math stays the same. Unless you budget differently. So I don't know what I'm doing. I just saw the house that I like again. The fact that I'm even talking about moving to Philly is kind of crazy because I was not on that tip. But things have just gotten to a point. I think COVID and being isolated in my current circumstance has given me a lot of clarity. I think that my parents are aging and there's certain needs that they have that I'm very aware of. Lots of different things. And then I came home and it just felt so good to be around y'all. And Philly doesn't look like, it doesn't feel like rather the way it felt when I would come home and visit sometimes. And I also want an asset. My priorities are changing. She just left. My priorities are changing, and I want something where I'm gonna make money off of where I want an asset. Me putting this rent into New York is just silly at this point, and I finally have a job where they are supporting me working remotely indefinitely. So. That's all good things. I've been under a lot of stress when it comes. You gonna finish that chicken cheesesteak now.
Not right now.
But you gonna finish it eventually. You're not gonna throw it away, right? That's sinful to be throwing that food. That's a good part because that's the part that's all mushy.
You ain't gonna stop.
That's the cheesy part. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just saw you put that to the side like you ain't even finished the wings.
I ate already, girl. I told you. I'm actually pushing
myself. If I
myself
could
to
show
the limit.
y'all what these wings look like. Anyway, I am under a lot of stress. Buying a house is stressful. I thought it was going to be such a breeze.
No, everyone knows that, and you're doing a great job, and you're figuring this out.
I'm also crying at the drop of a dime. Everything is making me cry. I watched a video of this bird, and this bird was hurt. And when I tell you I wept last night,
is it a parrot in New York or something like that?
No, it was just like I don't even know why that was on, but that was what came across YouTube. And I was like, oh my God. And they were nursing this bird back to health.
I love that.
And it was beautiful. And I just wept. I just cried my eyes out. And I don't even know why that's in my algorithm.
Have a soul.
Right. Thank you.
It's proof of soul. It touches you.
Touches me deeply, though.
Yes, it's God right there. You got to say thank God. Say thank you, God.
I also cried on the phone with my boss today.
Oh.
And she was like, Antonia.
Put it together, bitch.
No, she was just saying that she supported me and she was giving me feedback on my performances.
Her about the house?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, not the house. I just told her about me having reasons that I need to come back here. And she was like, she just is so caring. And I found myself choking up and I said, I want you to know, that I'm dedicated to this place. Like, I really enjoy this place. I know I'm going to learn a lot. And I couldn't imagine trying to have this conversation at my last job. And I really appreciate feeling supported. And I just started to cry.
That's wonderful.
And she was like, Antonia, if you need to take the day off. I think she thought I was like having a personal breakdown. But anyway.
You're just getting cracked open.
I'm cracking.
Shout out to all those cracking open. Let's talk about this hair, bitch.
Oh my God. If you are on Patreon, you will see how my hair is looking like kind of fluffy because it's second day hair. Shanti was against gel.
Oh, okay.
I have been against bonnets.
It's not against.
Or thinking that we're above it.
Yeah, I don't need a lot of gel.
Oh, I don't need that. I don't need a bonnet. I just have a silk pillowcase. My hair's thin.
Biracial privilege.
And it's really
insanity.
Deep. It's really deep. And I was like, who the fuck did you?
Maybe the word isn't privilege. It's superiority. We're going to name it. It's not privilege.
Well, what's privilege? Superiority, right?
Privilege is that you...
the context we're using it's like a superiority.
It's superiority. You think that you think you're better than getting gel. You think you're better than putting...
I didn't think I was better than gel. I knew... Look... Shanti, first of all, you are bald head, small head. You do not need this big ass bonnet.
Let me see. Put it on and show the people Chef Boyardee. Your hair
Never
needs
going
that.
back. So the thing about it is,
You need to do the entire episode with that bonnet on to recondition your conditioner.
so the thing about it is, I look like I'm a line cook. The thing about it is, seriously, I had an event that I attended an event. Shout out to Renee Blewett. Brunch with Eden, or Brunch by Eden. One of them, Eden's hair, whatever. And so it was really.
You put some fucking respect on that sponsored brunch's name.
I'm like, what the fuck? It wasn't brunch with or brunch something. So basically, I had this virtual brunch, very nice, and they shipped this nice box of stuff like tea. I'm gonna do a post eventually, shouting all these people out, but there was a bonnet in there, and my skin has been breaking out. And I was like, I need to wash my pillowcase, but my mom's washer was on the fritz, so it was drying. I hand washed it. I was like, oh, I guess I could use the bonnet. Child, this bonnet is a superior bonnet. This is not an ad. This is what was it called? Something by
It's
Day.
not meant for you to endorse.
DAYE. But this bonnet has a drawstring here, so you can tighten it and loosen. If you a big head, you can loosen it. If you a small head, bald head, and it doesn't tighten where it hurts, and it's big like this, so it's not gonna like mess your hair up.
Yeah, girl.
I put it in a little top knot, took it down, and said, "What the?
And look at it.
What have I been doing?" So
Trying to look like chef boy. Listen,
I was chefing it up, and it's like a leopard bonnet, so it's not that bad. But I have this thing about going to bed in a bonnet. It just looks so.
But you're going to
matronly.
Sleep,
it just
Libra
looks
vein
like
self.
I know. I'm like, I can't do that.
You don't want your partner to wake
I
up
don't
with
want
you like that.
me to wake up and roll over and be like,
What you think?
I just look like an old woman right now.
If you're not getting answering your FaceTime calls with a bonnet on, what are you doing?
No, I answer my FaceTime calls, honey. I find the right light, the right angle. I'm like, I am a true Libra when it comes to dating. I'm like, I will decline it and then call you right back when I get.
But when you
my
call the
shit
girls,
together.
it's 5 of us. 3 out of the 5 have some type of head wrap on.
And every time I'm like, oh, girl, look at your crown. Every time. When Jasmine answers that phone with that bonnet, I'm always like, child, I hate it. I hate them.
You biracial bitches ain't shit, okay? Get on the level.
I'm trying to, yeah.
We ain't shit. And stop denying and not being honest about the ways in which you feel that you're superior.
Wow.
Get over your fucking self. Put a bonnet on. Put some fucking gel on.
Girl, you don't be wearing bonnets. You just be going.
This is my fucking bonnet.
But you don't wear. You just started wearing this.
Because I just found one.
Well, I'm just saying. I know. At least I got silk pillowcases. Shanti was going.
Yes, I do.
You were raw dogging pillows before. It was cotton on your hair.
That was many. No, that listen.
Child.
Internet. When I had longer hair, when my hair was short. No, I didn't. But now that I'm growing it out,
your hair has been short for like 5 years.
No, I'm talking about short. My hair's growing out now.
I'm sorry. Your hair is long. I apologize, Queen. Next, Shanti and
that's another superiority thing. Not as long down my shoulder. See?
That's not what I said.
See?
You make fun of your hair being short. Your hair looks great
My
right
hair
now.
is about to...
Listen, I'm here for your hair to be whatever you want it to be. Because when you feel good about your hair, boo-boo, you be posting. Get us all the followers.
Child. Fuck this hair.
Shanti and I basically had marriage counseling.
We should go again.
We need to go again. How do you think it went?
I think it went well.
I think so too. And I was really... Shout out to...
Chris motherfucking Talley.
Chris Talley.
This is not a paid endorsement, but I endorse Chris Talley for all of your business needs. Are you trying to start a business? Do you not know what the word business means? Are you in the middle of the business? Have you owned a business for 15 years and you want to end your business and branch something out? Wherever you are in your stages, you need to have your hand held and be led by Chris Talley. He is emotionally intelligent. He is equally as emotionally intelligent as he is to his business savvy. Mm-hmm. And he's going to help you.
Yeah.
And I love you, Chris. And CPT
Consulting.
I'm about to say CPT counseling. That's not his name.
It was basically that for us. We were like, I was like, I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm saying that's what how I feel. He was like, Shanti, how do you feel? I feel defensive in this moment. I heard you about to cry too. I was like, oh shit, if she cries, I'm gonna cry.
I always be about to cry.
But we made it through. We made it through 3 hours of marriage counseling. And I think we're better for it. Roles are defined. I think that we've put some things to bed. Mm-hmm. And, I think that we should just buy this house together.
Girl,
you date Rashid on the side. It's fine. Yep. I will help raise JoJo. I'll go to the other person's house. I won't be bringing no strange men in the crib.
Men can't come to the house.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, in some places in China, that's what we do. You raise the kids. The men come through to spend the night.
No, the men can't come to the house because JoJo's there. They come to visit. I would go to the raggedy man's house. Oh. I can't bring raggedy men around JoJo.
But why would you assume that you're going to be with a raggedy person?
It's just my track record. So I can't do that to her. She don't need to see what's happening over here.
That's a whole other episode, but just to keep thinking through these possibilities. Like, why can't we all live together?
Rashid!
What's good with this commune and this farm?
Rashid know that I'm trying. I'm going to be like, look.
Rashid's with the shit when it comes to communes and stuff and farms.
Rashid can't live with us, though. I can't be watching y'all boo love in front of me sad. It's me, you, JoJo. And then he can visit because he's steady.
He's reputable.
Yeah, he's steady. I like him. But he can't sleep over all the time.
He wouldn't sleep over.
Oh, okay,
Until
that's fine.
JoJo's about 15.
I think it's ridiculous that that he doesn't sleep over here.
JoJo's going to be like,
Mommy, I know that you are with...
That's only what horses do, right?
Why would she be thinking about horse sex?
My mom says to teach kids about sex, you should watch National Geographic. Because I saw them lions fucking when I was little. Now
lions fucking is so whack. I saw them in person doing it at a safari, and it's so corny. Them women are like... the lionesses are over it. The lionesses are me. Sitting there like, can you? And the men are like 3 pumps.
They are
done, and then they back to sleep.
But
I was like, this king of the jungle, my house, my ass.
Anyway, that taught me about sex. I was like, what is this that they're doing? So, anyway,
nothing worse than dogs having sex.
Or cats.
I've never seen a cat have sex.
Penises have little.
Yes, you told me that many times. That's why I would never let Blue subject her to a cactus penis.
Be hot and horny though. Them girl cats until they
Blue
get
is hot and horny. My mom was like, "Why is her butt always in the air when I pet her? I think it's a sexual thing. I don't think I should pet her." I was like,
"You haven't seen a cat in heat. Their vagina goes inside out, child." Oh, that was a dog. My sister's dog was in heat, and that vagina. What are we talking about? Inside out.
That's your vagina.
No, it's not.
That's what I imagined when you're in heat.
That's everybody's vagina.
It's like the what is that flower? The Venus flytrap.
Opened up.
Oh my gosh! Should we? I'm not gonna say what happened. What we were talking about at Amanda's. What you drew a picture of.
Oh, that's another conversation.
That's another conversation at another time. We also.
But that's interesting. I think that was revelatory. I don't know how to say blindsided, but I will hit a revelatory on you.
Yeah, that side blinded me. I'll be honest. I was like, wait, how big is everybody else's? That's my problem. Anyway, moving right along.
So
Shanti has politics as usual, y'all. I'm hyped.
You know, my politics is just to make fun of politicians, but I don't know if this is an old clip or not, but Joe Biden
the State of the Union, he struggled on that. He was like, he kept talking, he was like, well.
He was like, and we as a country, and God, yeah, well, we'll make it through.
He gave up. He gave up in the middle.
I said, this nigga falling up the stairs.
Who's the black comedian, though, that does those things where he's
listening? He said, what in the stuttering, stammering State of the Union was that?
Joe, why did he give up like that?
Because Joe's on the edge.
Joe got to read. No, he's got to read. He's not off the dome. He's not off the dome politician.
We need to say a prayer for Joe.
That man is senile. Shout out to Joe.
He's falling up the stairs.
Money back. I couldn't
he
stop
can't
watching
complete his sentences. He did a 3. Like, what happened? Where's his wife at? Number 2.
She's a teacher.
She's like, I gotta grade these kids.
She says she's still teaching. Imagine being in her class. I'd be stressed the fuck out. I'd be like, oh my God.
Joe, you was strong,
Say a
Joe.
prayer for Joe.
Joe, you was strong. Joe, you was smart. The words come to you with ease and coherency. Let the grace and melodic drone of Barack Obama come into you and lead you in your speeches and leadership of this country. We need you, Joe. Don't go. Don't go. Ashe.
Namaste. Hey, baby.
Another thing.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, what
did you say about Barack? That was really, I liked how you said
the
drone.
melodic drone. That nigga be putting
What does
you
that mean? It's melodic drone.
The way that Barack Obama used to speak was not the most. He would just
He had rhythm to
keep
him.
you listening. You be like, what he gonna say? You just be following him like,
Oh, shit. Ooh, that came fast.
What?
Oh,
I believe that.
I hate you.
I'm telling you, he had you on the edge of your seat, though.
did.
You were like, what? Like, this kind of boring, but I'm still listening to you. I'm still here because it's kind of a bop.
Unwell.
The Suez Channel.
Canal, bitch. Did you just say channel? That says canal.
It's a channel, though.
Oh, all right.
Or maybe it's a canal. It's a canal and a channel. It's a man-made canal that connects Europe to Asia. It's a shortcut so niggas don't got to go around some fucking piece of land. It's JoJo's hamster. JoJo's hamster be going off on that little wheelie.
Who's gonna feed
hamster
that
wheel.
hamster when you leave?
They eat just a little bit. That lasts them forever.
Wow. Anyway, finish about the channel.
You know, one of the
canal.
hamsters died.
Does she know?
Yeah, it was quite an event. I'll share it another time. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Actually, JoJo left the gate open. The motherfucker had his Shawshank Redemption moment and escaped that cage and went into her closet. I came one night. I heard like some scurrying, and I was like, "Oh, I know where he is." So the hamster was smart enough to find, because she keeps the hamster food on the floor. I opened that hamster bag. That fat hamster was lying up against the bag, and I picked it up. And these hamsters have huge balls, right? And I looked down and I didn't see the balls. So I thought it was a mouse. So I let go of the hamster and
You
it
let
ran.
go or you threw it?
I dropped it. And it went into the bedroom and I went looking after it. I couldn't find it anywhere. She got her rug replaced and the old rug was rolled up high and pushed against the wall. I said, all right, he's in that closet. We got to go get him. So we cleared out the entire closet and we picked up that big ass rug, sat it against the wall. It was leaned against the wall. We just couldn't find the hamster. And I was like, all right, Joe, let's unroll this rug. That hamster was smashed. When we just took it out just in that moment and put it against the wall, it was crawled up in the rug, and the pressure of the rug being pushed against the wall.
You suffocated him to death?
Child, JoJo was shocked and appalled and cried. But I was like, if we unrolled that rug, that thing said, just flat. Anyway, I'm so sorry.
That poor baby.
I said,
when did that happen?
A couple weeks ago. But anyway, we got one more hamster. He's like, I ain't making that mistake, child.
Shout out to Peter.
Anyway, this canal was blocked for days.
Back on a canal, child. All right, come on.
Days. And it just showed us how this whole economy, this whole world is just holding on by a string. So this canal is what carries all of the import-export between the east and the west parts of the world, between Europe and the west and all parts of Asia, Africa. Your petroleum, your livestock, your iPads, your everything.
Oh, not the Vaseline.
Fucking weaves. We were just China.
They didn't have any bundles.
That shit was fucking blocked.
Why was it what?
It's a huge, it's a small canal, right? So it's just, I think it's, I don't know the width of it, but the ships are getting bigger. That canal was created in like 1829 or something. And the ships are getting bigger. So somehow, evidently, it didn't go straight and the ship went to the side and
blocked it.
And so it was stuck under with earth, like muddy earth. So they was trying to dredge this big ass ship out. Meanwhile, $10.6 billion were just like held
I would
up.
also argue that the canal has shifted because of global warming and all of the earth
These scientists
is
and economic analysts,
see that?
social activists.
See? The continent shifted and made that shit a little skinnier. $5 on it. I ain't even had to go to school for that. I knew.
Anyway, what's next to show us that we're just hanging on by a string, child? It has
That hamster, that last hamster.
that last it has since been cleared. It was unblocked today, but
Praise Jah.
the way this world is set up, we're just surprised how raggedy everything is. Like, y'all niggas couldn't see this happening? Like, really? We just living risky, huh?
No, and we're not worried about that. We're worried about hotels on the moon. People don't have health care, but we got hotels coming on the moon.
Who got a hotel on the moon?
They trying to make a hotel. A space shuttle hotel first and then the hotel on the moon.
That's for all the white people because the world is about to end and they're creating their way to get out. All the rich people.
It's
Beyonce
gonna be like
Jay-Z
the
gonna be there
Titanic.
too,
I'm gonna be
though.
like, I have a child.
It's
Let
gonna
me
be
on the
JoJo.
moon.
Like, damn, how you take JoJo? Not very funny, but also involving children. At least 20 states have introduced new bills that would prohibit gender-affirming medical care for youth under the age of 18 to access. So Arkansas and I think Tennessee have actually passed these bills. It would make it a felony to provide transition-related medical treatment such as puberty blockers, hormones to transgender minors. So apparently Biden made an executive order saying that there is no gender discrimination allowed, restricting that, introduced the bill restricting the rights of transgender athletes. Or rather, excuse me, he created a law preventing discrimination against gender, right? But it wasn't clear enough, so all of these states are finding loopholes to be like, that wasn't clear enough. He did not say explicitly that it can't be in
X,
sports.
Y, and
It
Z.
can't be in medical, thing. I can't understand what the fuck it said then if it's not, like, what did it actually say verbatim if they can find all of these loopholes in it? But anyway, so transgender children are not allowed to play in some athletic sports.
It sounds
And
like they're not allowed to transition.
they're not allowed to transition until they're 18 years old.
Yeah, because a lot of people feel like, oh, the kids don't know what they really want. It's a fad. Da, 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 da.
This is affecting families that are in their here and now of their child trying to transition or already expressing themselves as, the gender that they feel most, that they identify with. I want to give a shout out to Parenting is Political, Jasmine and her partner, Mo, just in Arkansas where they live, and they have a transgender daughter. The bill has been passed, which means that their daughter can not even begin to think about
Hormone therapy or anything.
Yeah, hormone therapy or anything. And so these have been passed in these states. There might be more. I think Tennessee as well.
Oh, there's going to be more coming.
But it's also being introduced in 20 other states. There's North Dakota, Montana, Mississippi, Arizona, Connecticut, Iowa, Georgia, Hawaii, Kentucky, Missouri, New Hampshire, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, and I think Tennessee and
the only
Arkansas.
surprise there is Hawaii. The rest is like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So, again, I think it gets all really confusing for people because, especially as folks that are Christian and identify as Christian and really want to uphold these holy ideals that Christianity tries to uphold, they are kind of torn, or they end up thinking like we have to politically, act, because if not, the whole fucking world's going to hell in a handbag.
Which is oppressive.
And it's really short-sighted, and like you actually don't apply those same, it's hypocritical. You don't apply those same ideals to any other part of the way America shows up and treats folks. And like, I don't know. I really hope that what's happening is that these new ways of being and we always talk about it, these new possibilities of existing are actually, that these examples of these bills being passed are folks really just trying to hold on tight to these old ways because they can see the shit is crumbling. They can see that it's not founded on anything beyond these false narratives of what morality is or what fucking, I actually, femininity or masculinity are. I just can't understand how you hold those ideals but don't apply or look through that lens through every other part of the way America and this world operates. I just don't get it. And if you are a Christian person and you're uncomfortable by this, why? Like, why?
Because,
or rather, I don't know. I don't think I don't want to knock people for feeling uncomfortable, because that's a real thing, especially when there's new things that you don't quite understand come to you, like discomfort.
But it doesn't have to make sense to you.
Yeah, but
it doesn't have to make sense to you.
I just don't, like, nobody's getting
Why
killed.
do you have to police other?
Yeah,
right.
Nobody's getting killed. These are. I don't get that. I don't get it. But I mean, I think there's a lot of folks that are organizing, especially if you're in those areas that I mentioned. Try to figure out who's organizing politically to, try to stop these bills from being passed. Again, you guys can follow @ParentingIsPolitical to kind of see their journey. And if you're in Arkansas, to directly contact them in ways in which you can organize. But, child, that just leads into Lil Nas X.
I love him. He's getting so much flack. And I just love him.
He don't give a fuck.
I think he cares deeply. Mm-hmm. I actually think he cares deeply. And I think people are missing the mark on what... I actually didn't even watch the whole video. I ain't have a chance. I was looking up other stuff. But apparently he is in this video that I need to finish. People are just flabbergasted because he gives the devil a lap dance. He's like on a pole, and it's like he could possibly go up to the sky, which I'm sure signifies heaven, but then he drops down on the pole to what we would think is hell. And there he's his like full self, and he's giving the lap dance to the devil. Now, he also said, he tweeted like, I don't give a fuck what you people think. My entire life, when I was trying to be me, everybody has told me that I'm going to go to hell. I'm going to be this. I'm satanic. I'm all these things. Well, fine, I'll be that. So really what he's doing, in my opinion, is like, and it's not the same thing, but like how people look down on people being ghetto. And then you have the clothing that's like ghetto until fashionable, bitch. Like, fuck you. I'm going to do me anyway. I'm going to be me. And it's more, I don't think he's saying like, he's praising the devil. Like, people are taking it so literally, and it's frustrating. What he's saying is, this is how you see me, but I'm going to be me anyway. Because I'm really not, in my opinion, like, he don't hurt anybody. Like, he's seemingly such a sweet young man. And, like, I don't know. I get the sneaker thing. Nike's suing because Nike's saying that they didn't have anything to do with that sneaker. And so whatever company released this sneaker, they're suing because that's their branding. Oh. And that's their, what is it?
Their design. Their
design, but right, it's a play on the Nike
Air Max
97s. But the thing is,
I didn't know that. I thought that was Nike.
They're saying that no, it's not.
You gonna fuck Nike's like, oh shit.
So
how
Nike's
we get involved with Satan and black queer people?
Well, I don't even know if it's a queer thing because they've been very progressive in their trans.
No, I'm just joking.
But I'm just saying, like, they have been. But I think that their issue is not the message. I think their issue is you're stealing our branding, and this, according to them, who knows if it's true, who knows whatever. And he's been quiet on that, I think. But
because I thought that was Nike, baby.
Yeah, I was shocked. Like, there's like a drop of blood in the shoe, and it's like red. It's him showing resistance. It's not him worshiping the devil. Like,
but what if he is?
Right. Then don't buy the shoe.
Like what if he is?
Like, yeah. But I also don't think he is. That's not what he's saying. Like, he's an artist. That's not what he's saying. It's just ridiculous. I like this kid.
I like the song, for real.
I ain't even really listened to the song. I haven't but like, I like this kid. I think that he's smart. I think that he's pushing envelopes, and I think that he has something to say. And if we would just listen instead of being so scared about what like, I was shocked that people in our group was like, oh, it's a no for me. That's satanic worshiping. I was just like, y'all are.
But the acts or the expressions or the manifestations of satanic work are seen if you believe in that shit,
in
right?
white people. I saw that shit.
I wasn't gonna say
I'm saying that I saw that shit in people storming the Capitol.
That's what I'm saying.
And like, that's what I see it in.
Everyday activities of your motherfucking self as well.
Right.
And it's just everywhere in our society. So why are you that simple and attached to, again, we got to go back to this binary of like, Satan is a real motherfucking thing, this real being that's like, I don't know, strategizing and has amazing marketing strategies to get his message out there. And then there's God they're like warring with each other, and they're like,
listen, people really believe that. So we should knock it.
But even if you do believe that, like, what's in the middle of that? You in your own life
people
don't
fighting
even live.
Demons. And we know what we know what people fight. Listen, people fight demons, child. It's a lot of people fighting demons. And it was a post that said, if you fight demons,
just say you a little gay.
Just say you a little gay. It's all right.
Stop
like,
saying you fighting demons.
Like,
just say you.
All these Negroes saying they fighting demons. You're not fighting demons. You a little gay, and it's cool. We probably like you better if you was just all the way gay. Just stop it.
It's never that simple. It's not even interesting.
No.
It's just not even fucking interesting. It's just not even a complete rational thing. You in your own life are far more varied and interesting than just being a Satan worshiper.
It's okay to be varied in other ways. It's okay if you love God, if you love Christ, and you're fucking outside of marriage, but it's like, I'm working on myself, I do this thing, I do this, but I still love God, and God forgives me for all sins. So like, we here because I'm saved. But if you're gay, if you're trans,
if you worship the devil,
that's a little.
If you rocking devil sneakers,
right? I feel like if you worship the devil, then you probably don't believe in Jesus.
You want to know
but
what
that
else?
Would be an interesting person.
You want to know what else you use every single day? That's a weapon and a tool of the devil? Petroleum, bitch.
What the fuck?
Put an oil in your house. Stop riding around with your cars.
Shanti.
Oil has spilled and causes more bloodshed
I
and
knew where
death
you were going, but it's just like
than any other thing in this. Like, if you want to talk about a tool of the devil, fuck those sneakers. Have a fucking fit about oil and how it and the natural resources of this global world, because the devil's all up in that motherfucker.
I love you so much. She said, "You want to stop?" I thought she was gonna say cursing, this, that, some sort of sin. She said oil.
Stop using oil because it's attached.
Right.
to
If you
just
really
so
love
much
God, go
evil.
out in the woods and live like Jesus.
We're gonna lose so many followers.
No, we're not. Because you know what? It's a lot, or maybe we will, but it's a lot of, and there's also a lot of Christians and Catholics and folks that don't feel this way. They love Jesus, and they also love their gay friends, and there's a lot of Christians that don't believe in hell. There's a lot of people that love Jesus and don't even believe hell is a thing. What's her name? Candace Bimbo? Child, I wish I knew. The girl who wrote
Bowden.
Child, is that her name?
Bowden.
She's nice
Bow
too.
down
She
to her
she
either
actually
way.
is nice to me. But she wrote a nice little, she always writes some
In
shit.
response to Lil Nas?
In response to Christianity, in response to like the response to Little Nas. Because even like Satan was trending on Twitter. Like, that's ridiculous.
Satan.
It's just ridiculous.
Kanye is having a fucking fit right now. Kanye is like,
Meanwhile,
y'all niggas gonna wear these sneakers, but you're not gonna buy my shit? I'm a
meanwhile,
fashion icon.
meanwhile, Jesus would frown upon Kanye's billionaire self. So
Jesus will
whatever.
flip that shit. Jesus would be rocking at his fucking Sundays. What are you talking about?
He was like, this a fucking bop. Say less. Hair swinging. Shit.
Joke's on you. Jesus is
would
white.
have, I think.
He is-
Could you imagine? Or he's just black with the ill blowout. Like,
No, Rashid said that, like, what